What if the perfect bag for me in 2026 isn't some giant tactical bag, but something simple, refined, and actually sized for real life? Today, we're checking out the GORUCK Bullet Ruck Wax Canvas 18 liter, and honestly, this might be it. Now, quick disclaimer before we jump into the video, this bag was sent to me, but as always, these are my honest thoughts, and if you're interested in this, I will have a link down in the description below, which is an affiliate link. If you use that link to purchase this bag or anything on their site, there's no extra cost to you. I'm not getting paid for this video, but I do get a kickback if you use those links, so I really would appreciate that. So first off, let's kick it off with first impressions. Now, I've reviewed a handful of GORUCK bags in the past and over the years, and they've built a reputation for making gear that's tough, practical, and built to last. This one hits differently. The Bullet Ruck Wax Canvas 18 liter takes the rugged GORUCK DNA and gives it more refined, everyday friendly look with wax canvas material that feels premium, ages with character, and stands out from the sea of generic nylon bags that are out there. This isn't just a tough bag. This feels like a bag that you can confidently take with you to work, travel, or just carry every day without looking overly tactical. Let's kick it off with some specs and features. The bag itself is 18 liters, which in my opinion is one of the best sweet spots for everyday carry. It's not too large, not too small, enough room for what matters without turning into a black hole of junk. Some standout features, which I already explained, was a wax canvas exterior, premium feel, rugged durability, develops patina over time, which is super sweet. It's a double compartment layout, so that's a plus for organization. It has those padded shoulder straps for a comfortable carry. It also has a laptop device capability for your work essentials, and it's a compact footprint that makes it easy to maneuver in daily life. It's built tough, and that's exactly what GORUCK is known for. And for me, the biggest standout here is the double compartment design. A lot of classic GORUCK bags, such as the GR1, lean into that large single compartment. Some people love that, but for me, I prefer separation. Having multiple zones lets me organize work, gear, tech, chargers, admin, snacks, gym essentials without becoming one giant pile. That alone makes this bag feel more usable for my everyday carry. Now, why might this bag be the best work bag for me in 2026? Well, as someone who carries gear daily and also works a full-time job, I don't need a giant 26 plus liter bag. I need something that holds my essentials, looks clean, feels durable, organizes well, doesn't feel bulky, and can transition from work to life super easy. And this checks all those boxes. So let's dive into how I'm gonna load this bag out for my daily carry, which is primarily gonna be for work. In the front of this bag, they have this ever so popular slant pocket. You open this up, there isn't organization on the inside there. You just got one big dump pouch. Now in here, I plan to put my Live the Creed Everyday Trauma Kit, and that's this multi-cam black feature right here. I show this in a bunch of my videos. Guys, a lot of things don't change with how I load my work bag out. I'm more so of if it fits the bill, I'm not gonna change it. Now, if there is new EDC gear out there that does get sent to me and I agree to the terms, I will throw it in the rotation. But for the most part, a lot of this stuff has been in my rotation over and over and over again. So my med kit, that's not gonna change. And in here, you got your snake staff tourniquet. You have nitrile gloves. You have a quick clot. I also have a little ouchie boo-boo on the back of that. Comes with little band-aids, gauze pads, things of that nature. That is gonna go right in here. Along with that is gonna be my little notebooks. And that is being housed by my Lost Dutchman leather. And this is the Huckleberry Tall. And what's really cool about this is that it's customized. It has my name right there. And you flip that open. I have 3 books here. This is actually one of my workbooks that I use. This is my daily workout logbook to log all my daily workouts by All American Maker. This one right here is by Right the Rain. And then this book right here is where I write ideas for videos like this from Big Eye Design. This actually came in a 3-pack. And all 3 of these fit in this Huckleberry. I'm able to bring that flap down. Another cool feature about the Huckleberry is that right here in the front, you have a card slot. You can hold up to 8 cards in this front slot. You want to scan that QR code, that right there is actually the QR for my socials and my channels and my email. So I got that there, and then on the back side, I have this new Daily Carry Co. titanium bottle opener, which also acts as a card, and I got that in there. That's for the new Aegis wallet. And I'm going to slide that into this front slant pocket. Now, those are the 2 things that I have in there. For you though, for you that are wondering, that pocket does go all the way to this leather seam right here, which is a nice accent that they have on this bag. That goes to the bottom of that leather seam. You can close that up. I still have a ton of space in that area. Now, right here, as you can see, it does have a GORUCK patch in leather. That is pretty freaking sweet. I like that, but you can switch that out with any other 3x5-inch patches that you can put on this bag. So let's open up this first compartment here, and this is going to be that first flap. So in this first flap, as you can see, you open this up, you got a compartment right up here, you got a mesh section right here, another mesh section right here, which can be accessed through this side only, and then you have a pocket right up top. A lot of people say that this bag emulates the GR2 because the GR2 is also a double compartment bag, much bigger than the GR1. It's pretty much the GR1, you add that front flap to it, and then you got a GR2. So this is kind of what emulates that. Now let's load this section up and I'll tell you guys exactly what I'm going to be putting in here. So right up here, I'm going to put this Anchor power bank. This is really cool because it charges my Apple Watch when I wear that. It also has an included USB-C charger. And then over on this side, if you want to charge something with that cable and still charge something with this port right here, you can do so. And this whole concoction is 65 watts. Am I right? That is right. This whole thing is 65 watts. So I'm going to put that right up here. There's actually a pocket for it, which I'm going to go bam. Okay. And right next to that, I have my Rode Wireless Micro. Love the quality that comes with Rode mics. Actually, I have a Rode Pod Mic USB as well. And this right here just connects via USB-C to my phone. So that way I don't have the regular iPhone audio. I have more professional sounding audio, all from this little guy right here. And I'm going to be putting this in the pocket right up here. There's a section for that as well. And I still have space to put more gear here, but that's all I'm going to be putting in that top pocket. Now, over in this section here, the front pouch. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to load this front section up much because if you load up this front side here, you're going to bleed into this back side. So I'm actually going to leave that empty. And why do I do that? Because if I ever go out and about and I end up buying gear, buying clothes or what have you, I want to have extra space in the backpack and not load it out so much, so that way I can store things and not have to carry extra bags while I already have a backpack. That's going to be a pain. So I want to keep that empty, and I'm going to keep this somewhat empty except my hygiene stuff that I usually tend to keep loose around my backpacks. Well, I have a storage for it now. This is the double admin pouch by Nutsac. This is the leather version. I also have another double admin that I'm going to show you in a little bit, which is a wax canvas. Inside of this double admin pouch, I have my toothpicks, I have some gum, I have my antibacterial wipes, I also have my nail grooming kit, I have some lotion, I have some extra liquid IV, I also have some Advil, I have different types of chapsticks, and a new acquisition is this right here. I have my Civivi Partake. I talked about this in my last video, but what I really like about it is I have an included spoon, I have a fork, there's a knife here, little steak knife, And then I have a can opener slash bottle opener over here. And what's cool about this partake is that you take that off and now it's separated. So if I'm on the go and I'm somewhere where I need utensils, I have that. Super easy and ready to use. And I like how the knife is separate from the fork. The knife is blended with a spoon, and then the fork has the bottle opener slash can opener on one side. Really like this concoction. I'm gonna link all this stuff in the description down below, guys, by the way. So that way you guys can purchase this yourself if you'd like. Some of them may be affiliate links, some may not, all right? But my hygiene stuff is now organized in this double admin pouch. Take a look at the patina on that thing, okay? I actually created this on my own. It's already undone right there. I'll probably just cut that off and burn it. But this doesn't come with a grab handle or a strap, like a shoulder strap. So I actually just created this so that way it's easy to grab in and out of the bag. Or if I decided to just rock this on its own, which I typically do, kind of took that from Marine X, but I'll rock this on my own. I'll load it up with EDC gear that won't fit in my pockets, and then I'll just throw it in the front seat of my truck and get going for the day. But I have that right here, and I'm just gonna position it like so, and I'm gonna position it like this so that way I can easily grab the bag out this way or just get access to the stuff that are inside here. Another thing I forgot to do was orient the zippers like so, because if I have it in here like that, I'm able to just open that up and get quick access to the things that I need in there without taking the whole bag out. Everything has a purpose, all right? So I'm gonna close this up now. That's gonna be that front flap compartment. And then we're gonna work our way to the larger compartment. So the zippers are a little tough right now because it's usually like that with brand new GORUCK backpacks. It has a break-in period. Once you get it all broken in, it actually is quite nice. I really like it. You open this up. Now we're going into the main compartment. And then when you open this up, throw that out, you have another section up here where you can open this. You have that mesh section there. And as you can see, it's very stretchy, right? But I'm not going to use this. This is also another area where I'm going to keep empty because in case I have any extra stuff that I want to store in here, I can do that. I'm going to keep that empty. I'm going to load this whole section up here. So as you can see, the bag opens full clamshell. I have a section right here where I can either put my iPad. I have an iPad 11 Pro. This is my current workhorse for editing videos and whatnot. I could put that there because as you can see, that's how that looks like and that's how that fits, right? But I'm not. I am actually going to store everything else in there. Now this is my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 bag. And in here I have accessories that outfit for the Pocket 3. I heard the Pocket 4 is coming out. I saw some videos about it. Kind of disappointed, I gotta say. This isn't a DJI video. I have that right there. And in here, I have a DJI Osmo Nano, more of the wide action cam camera. And so I have that there. I love taking that camera around when I'm going to the zoo, when I'm going to SeaWorld, when I'm going out with the family, if I'm at the beach, whatever it is, I like using that. And then those two I have right there. This is a double admin pouch that you guys probably saw in my Nutsac video, Nutsac rucksack video. And in here, it's pretty much the same exact pouch as the double admin leather, but this is more utilitarian, I want to say, because it has the ability to go Molly if you want. It's a more tactical version of the double admin pouch. And then you open this up. I have my charging bank right here from Nightcore. I like it because this lanyard right here is actually a USB-C to USB-C cable that you can use attached to that. Next to that though, I do have a USB-C to USB-C to USB-A cable. And then I have my DJI Mic 2 wireless charging case, which I'm actually using for the audio in this video, in case you guys are wondering how crisp that sound is. And this is the tool pouch that currently lives in this double admin as well. This pouch specifically is from Tough Stuff Gear. And this is the Nomad Bolt pouch. So I have scissors on the front side here. As you can see, once I open that up, you can already get hit with that high-vis orange. And then you open this up here. All the tools that I have in here are tools that are dedicated for Leatherman and the Leatherman flat bit tools. There are some 1/4 or 1/4 inch bits in here that also can fit on other 1/4 inch attachments, but it primarily encompasses the Leatherman. And I have the Skeletal in here. It's actually my first multi-tool. And then I have the Leatherman Arc, which sits on my hip. If I want to extend the capability of a typical Leatherman tool, I have these bits in here, some ratchets in here as well, that all attach to the flat bits of the Leatherman tools. So I really like that. But I have all of that in this Nomad Volt pouch, and that lives right inside this double admin pouch. So now I'm going to close that up, put that right down here. And then this right here is my Commander pouch. And the Commander pouch is also by Nutsac. And in here on the front flap, I have my 1 Minute with God 365 daily devotions. There's literally every single day of the year here, depending on what it lands on. I have a daily devotion that I can read, so that way I can keep up with my faith. In an event where I'm not picking up a Bible, and I have this with me every single day. In here, specifically, I have all of my EDC pens. Why? Because working in an office, I rotate my pens, and I like having different types of pens on my hip when it's in my Tale of Knives MPU, or in the various wallets that I like rotating as well. I typically have a pen in there also. So I always have these pens on me, and I rotate every single week, so I'm not using the same pen. There's a bunch in here. I'm gonna make a dedicated pen video sometime soon, so that way you guys can see what I have. Bunch of affiliates there as well. But that is gonna go right in here, okay? So now, that is how it looks in the bag, as you can see. And I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. Zip that up as well. Zip this up here. And now, another thing to note is that there's also a hidden pocket right up here where you can stash some items. So if you have your wallet, your keys, or anything like that, you have that up there. It also came ready with a red paracord zipper pull. And it's also high-vis orange, which is pretty neat. It just pops out there. So if you're on a plane and you kick this in between your feet and you're trying to see your gear, you can easily locate it because of that high-vis orange. So I'm gonna close that up because I'm not gonna put anything in there right now. But on this back side, you have that bomb-proof laptop compartment. And so I'm gonna zip this open, and in here, I'm gonna put my iPad. And that's just gonna live right back here. That does have a false bottom because it stops right over here where the lumbar support is on this backpack. So all decked out, this is how that bag looks. This is how thick it is, and that's not bad. That's not bad. It doesn't look like I'm going camping or anything like that. It still keeps a slim profile. Now, it might look big on this video, but this is definitely a smaller bag, and I like that. Lastly, this thing right here is a hero clip, medium size. I'm gonna put that right up top. It usually lives up top on all my backpacks because this is gonna be sitting passenger princess, but it's gonna be standing upright. Because what I do is I take that loop and then I hook this onto the headrest of the passenger seat. So that way this is standing upright and it's not down. And that opens up more space on the passenger seat in case I need to place some things there. If I'm in a drive-thru, I want to put food there. This isn't going to be in the way and I'm not going to have to Tetris it. And that's why I have a hero clip that always lives on the top grab handle of my bags and slings. So let's dive into who this bag is best for. I think that this bag works really well for several types of people. Number one, everyday carry. If you want a premium backpack for work, commuting, or daily essentials, this makes a ton of sense. Number two, office use or professional use. The wax canvas gives it more of that elevated look than some tactical bags that just have MOLLE and stuff on it. Number 3, travel. It's a great personal sized item for flights, road trips, hotel carry, or minimalist travel setups. Or if you want to go hiking and do day adventures, 18 liters is enough for water, layers, snacks, and essentials for shorter outings. GORUCK fans wanting something different, this is also what it's best for as well. If you like the brand, but you want something more lifestyle focused, this could be within that lane. So first, let's talk about pros. I think personally, 18 liters is the sweet spot, right? That's the perfect size. It's not too large, it's not too small. It has enough room without overpacking. It has a double compartment design, and compared to the typical one big section style clamshell, this works better for how I carry. Organization matters a lot. Number 3, wax canvas material. This is a huge win for me because it feels premium, it looks better with age, and it gives the bag personality over time. And number 4 is that GORUCK build quality. Now, this is made in Vietnam, it's not made in USA, but you guys already know GORUCK's reputation. This is built for long haul. And lastly, it fits my current season of EDC. We're in spring right now, and everything I need for spring fits in here. It's practical, it's clean, it's useful. Now with that though, there are things that I wish were a lot better, or maybe some cons for some folks. Number 1, price. For some people, this may be a lot. It's a little over 200 bucks, no way around that. But if you believe in buying quality once instead of replacing cheaper bags over and over and over again, well, this falls into that buy once, cry once category. Number 2, no sternum strap. Now this one doesn't have the MOLLE on the side here, but this is still one of my biggest complaints with some GORUCK bags that even have the MOLLE on there, especially for a brand that's rooted in rucking. I personally feel that a sternum strap for these types of bags should come standard. Number 3, doesn't naturally stand on its own. As you can see, I'm holding it right now, but if I were to let go of that, you got it. It falls. You can make it work, I think, if you load it out a certain way with more flatter items, but naturally, straight out the box, this is just one of those things that plant right on its face. It's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely worth mentioning. Number 4, there is no dedicated water bottle holder. That's a huge thing for me. I personally appreciate having a dedicated water bottle pocket for the outside quick access, so that way it can free up the internal space. With this bag, if hydration is part of your daily setup, you'll likely need to store the bottle inside the main compartment and use it as that solution. For some people, that won't matter. For others, it absolutely will. So what are my final thoughts? The more bags I review, the more I realize bigger isn't always better. Sometimes the right bag is simply the one that fits your real life. And for me, the GORUCK Bullet Ruck Wax Canvas 18 liter might just be the bag choice for 2026. It looks great, it carries well, it organizes better than expected, and it hits that sweet spot of capability without excess. That's hard to beat. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this bag? Too expensive? Perfect size? Would you choose this over the GR1 or another work bag? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more real world EDC and bag content. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Walk back.